Welcome back, everyone, to Hearts of Iron 4 and the greatest adventure for China. What am I talking about? I don't even know. Alright, so I just wanted to show in general. Not really anything in particular to show off. Just wanted to show what I was doing this entire time, because you may have noticed that I've skipped ahead quite a portion. And essentially what I've been doing is just very, very boring investing and clicking buttons, essentially. The American Union is going to have their election in about a year. I'm not sure if the Communist Party of the United States is going to maintain its dominance or whatever. In the meantime, we've just been getting stronger, essentially. And it's starting to really feel like we need to kick off the big things. And also our GDP has grown, so we can get, as you can see, the Chinese tech dominance and all of the things that require 7,000 GDP per capita, because now we have that. We have 366 factories, which I believe is definitely more than Russia, yeah. And definitely not as many as the American Union, but that number is, the sort of difference is shrinking relatively rapidly, and so that's great. It's quite great. And we need ever more oil, because people like Angola are not giving us the oil that we're paying them to give us. Anyway, so basically we don't really have many of the special mechanics left to interact with, because, well, I mean, the Chinese aggression thing has kind of just gone off the rails. At this point, we're just better off getting Chinese aggression and, you know, getting some oil in the Paracel and Spratly Islands. The EU is kind of going full derp. Every once in a while someone leaves and then rejoins. Yeah, I mean, like, for example, Cyprus was leaving, and then they elected the Western Outlook, and then they joined again. Oh well, what can you do? Anyway, we are just building up our forces. Oh yeah, as you can see. Oh, sorry, not this one. We're just building up our forces for the great conflicts to come, which are gonna take up the rest of, yeah, the rest of this playthrough pretty much. And I kind of would just want to skip over to them as early as possible, so yeah, I don't really want to bore you with the sort of gameplay you've seen already too much. Not really anything has changed since we last talked. What? Alright, that doesn't have a port. I'm a big dumb. Alright. And we still have some of these bugs, like, for example, not being able to economically exploit Vietnam. But, hey, what can you do? What can you do? And we're just trying to get more influence than the Russian Federation in Central Asia. And we hope, or at least I hope, that where is it? That is going to actually work, because I'm not sure if China has more influence in the Russian Federation, or China has more influence in Central Asia than the Russian Federation is going to actually work. Another thing that we're about to do that's going to be a so-called pro-gamer move is the leverage influence on the Africans, which is going to work towards making China have more influence than the American Union in African and Asian countries. What the hell is happening? Oh, that's just some supply issues. That's fine. And the way that this focus works is that if you have more than 20% influence in a country with the leverage influence, it gives you more Chinese influence. So, like, for example, what I've been doing is I've been looking around, finding countries, and being like, oh, is Sao Tome 20%? Yes, so we don't care. Is Equatorial Guinea or Guinea over 20%? No, then we invest in it. Like as you can see now, they're at 19%. If we take a look at this, right now, it's Angola, Burundi, the Central African Republic, and 22 others. Watch this. Or, I'm stupid. Apparently it did not, I cannot make biofuel refineries. Apparently that wasn't enough to push us over the 20% limit. I should have had a bit of a better situation to do that with. And yeah, that's expensive. I'm just trying to find a really simple way to show you how it works. Oh, like, for example, this only costs $1.4 billion to give them economic aid. And remember, that number was 22 plus free, because it shows free countries and then there's 22 others. So what I do is I just give them the money, and I get $1.67 billion every day. So giving them $1.4 billion is like giving them our daily income. Our daily government income over and over. So not that much. So as you can see, 22 others. Burkina Faso, we go back 20%. 23 others. So Burkina Faso is now gonna get 40 Chinese influence, which in Burkina Faso it's not that much because the total amount of influence that's around there is a lot. I still don't know how that's calculated, if it's like based somehow on the economy or on how much people have invested in it. But like, for example, in fucking Nigeria, there's even less influence to go around. So doing it to Nigeria would be a bit of a pro-gamer move. Because also it's a bit more important to do it in Nigeria, I guess, than Burkina fucking Faso. But hey, who knows? Look at that, Chinese tech dominance. We can now research anything that important to research. No, not really. Not around here, not around here. Around here we could research these things, but it's just, it takes too long, so we're not gonna do it. Second generation stealth. Yeah. Gonna research the second generation stealth. I suppose I could do these things because they're gonna give us more more political power than we lose. We don't particularly care about these other things as well. Alright, there's like the air burst weapons and advanced main battle tank. Ooh, we could also do the 2 Chinese influence is like really not a lot. Base stability 2% is like really not a lot. Yeah, all these things are not particularly important. Out here as well, ooh, quality engineering. Remove the national spirit Chabuduo. Huh. So we get more research gain efficiency. And less cost to change corruption. That might not be the worst thing. Superior transistors, cheaper production. Yeah, see, Chabuduo does give you plus 20% construction speed, but fine. That's enough. Quality engineering. Remove the Chabuduo. Alright, so that's basically what we've been doing. I love Myanmar just being our little slave over here. Fucking 99% Chinese influence. And see, even here, oh right, that's because of the political power issue. It's because of the political power issue. Next up is also going to be a nice coup attempt in fucking Afghanistan, which is something I'm definitely looking forward to, you know, once a fucking again. Get me more ships. And yeah, our navy has grown quite a bit. As you can see now, we have 258 ships. The Japanese have 75, and the Americans have 178. Australian election, Pauline Hanson. Oh, of course, the Nazis. Yeah, the Nazis won in Germany too, which I believe I showed last time, and now they left the EU and NATO, so. Of course. That's the only thing I have to say to that. Ooh, Belarus is a bit in debt. A bit. Alright, once we have more, see, okay, so the poking the bear focus over here requires us to have more influence than the Russians in Central Asia. Now, we have more influence in Kazakhstan, we have more influence in Kyrgyzstan, and there goes Estonia. We have more influence in Tajikistan, we have more influence in Turkmenistan. It's only Uzbekistan that's left, and I'm pretty sure that I have more total influence, but maybe it doesn't work that way. See, like, that's something that was pretty, you could say, confused about whether or not it means you have more influence in total or more influence in every country, in every single country, which looks like is what is required. So there we go. We're supposed to have now more influence. There we go. It actually does work. Yes. So we're gonna poke the bear very, very soon. That's gonna give Russia the national spirit, Russia on the wane, which does a lot of stuff, and that will also give the Russians options to declare preemptive war on China. But like, see, maybe we did this too late because maybe they're gonna be too scared of us to actually attack us. Like, for example, earlier on, the United States was scared to attack us, and at some point they even lost their CB. So I don't know. But it's good that that works. So you need to sort of overtake their influence in every single country, which is a big fucking issue, because to end US hegemony, we need to have more influence than the American Union in African and Asian countries as a whole. So, like, for example, we're gonna need to delete the American Union's influence in Japan somehow. Not sure how that's even possible. Honestly, not even sure how that's possible. Right, are there more random African countries we can derp with? Oh yeah, right, the Equatorial Guinea. Correct. And also this country, Cameroon. Because giving them economic aid is going to be expensive, so no economic aid. Just give them some factories, and then we're going to political power up them. And yeah, this has basically been my bread and butter for most of these years. Just kind of doing this stuff, which, if it looks boring, that's because it is. It is really, really boring. After a while. Like, you know, in the beginning of the game when you do it, it's pretty cool. But then later on, it starts to become a very, very sort of repetitive thing. Target that Togoan independence. Fucking Togo. Fucking Togo. Man, 20 billion to these guys. Guinea. Apparently they're really, really cool. And look at that, we have 100% influence over these guys. Unfortunately, we can't really do anything. I wonder what happens if we coup them. Does that remove their puppethood from Guinea? No clue. Absolutely no clue. But for science, I guess we could do that at some point. There we go, the bear's backyard. Let's check out the text. Our strategic partnership with Russia has helped in our goal of undermining American hegemony. However, our erstwhile allies will not fully support our ambition for global dominance. We must therefore seek to undermine their position and bring the Slavic giant to its knees. Of course. Lovely. That is quite amazing, honestly. I wonder if the cyber infrastructure thing works. Because when I played with the Europeans, the cyber infrastructure thing was a little buggy. A little very, very buggy.
准备完毕，长官。
Yeah, right. I should perhaps put divisions on the border with Russia. You know, to fight the Russians. If the Russians decide to actually declare war on me, which again, I'm not sure they're gonna do. I'm pretty sure they're not gonna do it, but if they do, I need to fight them.
是的，长官。
Excellent.
是的，长官。出发！集合！
Yeah, right. And we still have like all of these divisions up here.
出发！是的，长官。
They're basically leftovers from when we fought everyone else. So, yeah. Here you come.
准备完毕，长官。出发！准备移动。命令。出发。
Cool. I dare on Putin to declare war on us. If he doesn't, he just has to deal with this national spirit, which is, you know, not that. Yeah, you get the event China's undermining our international position. I wonder, that's probably the thing that allows him to declare war on us. Korea does not host military bases for the American Union, or Japan does not host military bases for the American Union. Huh. I wonder exactly what that is all about. Alright, new strike aircraft. More second generation stealth. Non-aggression pact from Guinea. Yeah, sure. He definitely cannot attack me through Central Asia. So, yeah, that'd be pretty fine. We wouldn't have any issues with that. Hello? Okay. Oh, hey, it's 2020. Wait, what day is today? 26? Yeah, it's the 26th. Okay, so like in real life, I'm recording this on the 26th of January, 2020. So yeah, we are about to reach real life date, essentially. Oh boy, all USCO countries are gonna have different things to worry about in the near future.
有何指示？有何指示？
Look at all these Chinese tanks. Yeah.
出发！集合！准备完毕，长官。
Glorious Chinese
准备移
armor.
动。准备。
Okay. I'm trying to organize my divisions in a bit of a normal way. Well, at this point, normal's pretty impossible, but yeah, in an understandable fashion. Right. Still have officer basic training, which is pretty cuckoo. Yeah, even with the chop duel reduction. Oh, there we go. The Russians have declared war. Okay, well, things are happening now. Definitely my boredom is not going to continue. Lovely. Oh shit, we actually have quite a lot of nice striker wings. Alright, so we're gonna end this this single episode off at this cliffhanger. Will we be able to kill the Ruskies? Well, obviously we'll be able to because we have more divisions and the divisions are better. So that's not a... That's not really something that's in discussion, but you know, what do they say? You know what they say? What the fuck is that state like shape? Anyway, you know what they say? It's not about the result; it's about the journey. Getting to the result. So that's hopefully what that is gonna be like. So yeah, have fun. See you in the next episode for the Sino-Russian War Electric Boogaloo.